Please take your seats quickly, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Hi guys, welcome to 1 Minute Tennis Coach. Today we're going to answer a question from one of our subscribers. Their question was, how do I get a reliable, powerful and accurate overhead smash? They say that they've got great forehand, great backhand, good volleys, and all the advice for that online is fantastic, but hardly anybody explains to them why their overhead is consistently inconsistent. We got a great solution. There are two parts to this. The first one is movement and covering the court. Now, most players, if we're right-handed, are right-sided. So as I go into my ready position, the natural movement is to pivot off my right foot. If I pivot off my right foot, then I move closer to the net or the camera. This is a disaster because usually we're moving back to cover anything but the easiest of overheads, and we don't need advice online on how to cover an overhead that's hanging over the net. So the first thing and the most important thing to begin is that the pivot is off the left foot. If I pivot off the right foot, I'm moving at least half a meter forwards. If I pivot off the left foot, I'm moving at least half a meter backwards. So I've now covered more than 1 meter more efficiently in that one pivot step. So that's the first part to the stroke. The second part is that the overhead is not the same as an abbreviated serve. Over and over again, I hear coaches and trainers explaining that we simply go into the service action, let the ball come to the left hand, and then hit off the fingers. But if you look at the best overheads in the world, the greatest singles players overheads, probably Federer, Nadal, or all of the doubles players, that's not what they do. So here's an abbreviated serve, and look at the vast distance between the racket head and the left hand. And now I'm going to make the correct motion for the overhead. I'm going to place the racket over my head so that the gap and space between the left hand and the racket is extremely small. And now, when the ball comes down, then the synchronization from here with the racket to here to contact is very small. If I go into an abbreviated service action, then the space between the racket and the hand is large, and so the coordination is extremely large and difficult. You only need a slight misjudgment or a little bit of wind, and suddenly that stroke is a mishit and out of control. And if we miss one, everybody who's played tennis knows that the next mishit overhead and the next nervous, tentative stroke is going to follow very quickly. Here's Matteo from Miami, and Matteo is practicing perfect overheads. See the split, see the pivot off the left foot, see the racket coming close to the head, and then a clean, easy, consistent contact that's powerful, accurate, and a winner almost every time. So just to recap, to make your overhead into a reliable, accurate, and powerful weapon, pivot off the left foot. It makes you cover the court far more efficiently. Certainly anything that's landing within 1 meter of the service line or forwards, you'll be able to play without bouncing. And then make sure that you place the racket close to the left hand over the head. Not like an abbreviated serve, but over the head. Try this now. Practice it in your game. Let us know how it works for you. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. It makes a big difference to us. And if you need more help with your game, remember we do one-to-one online consultations. Hope you enjoyed today's session and see you next time.